Hey everyone, Richard Robbins here. Well, the numbers are in for Vancouver for the end of September, which is also the end of the third quarter. Hard to believe, isn't it? There's two things I'm going to focus on today, and I want you to keep in mind. What I'm going to present to you, you can actually download these slides on the website, because you might want to consider using these in your own presentations to potential buyers, potential sellers, past clients, whatever the case may be. But what I want to focus on today is two things, because I think there's some confusion out there, especially amongst buyers and sellers, is if sales go down in 1 month, does that automatically mean prices are going to go down? And the answer to that is no. But here's what happens with the press, and I'll show you why that's true, but here's what happens with the press. If it bleeds, it reads. They're always looking for negative news, whether it's online, social media, newspaper, whatever the case is. So they'll always present, oh, sales are way down. And when they say sales are way down, the consumer assumes sales are down. Oh, the market's really bad. And that's not necessarily the case. So there's two numbers that are important. The number of sales is very important, especially to you as a sales professional, because let's face it, you know, the more sales in any given month, the more opportunities there are for you. Not our membership doesn't generally go up at the same rate as, say, a slow month to a fast month in sales. So that's good for you. But to the consumer, when they hear sales are down, they're thinking prices are down, and that is not necessarily the case. And I'll show you how you can communicate that to them so you can help them understand what it is they need to know so they can make a good decision. So, update, we look here, we got January through September as we always do. We got the number of sales, we got the active listings, we got months of inventory, and we got benchmark price going on right here. You can see that March, you did 5,700 sales. That was the busiest month of the year. Also had the lowest months of inventory, 1.6. And this determines your price, supply and demand, whether it's going up or down. So this had the lowest months of inventory. So you can see here, your benchmark price just moved up a little bit, and it would because of the low inventory. If we move forward to September, 3,149 sales, and we got 2.9 months of inventory. So if we look at the year, we started at 3.5, up to 2.2, and then what happens, we get into the spring, it dips down a little bit, and then you can see after May, we get into June, it's floating around that 2.9, okay, 3 months of inventory market. But here's a great visual that I think might not be a bad idea, and as I said, you can download this to use with buyers and sellers. So what we have here is this is your sales trend line, okay, the blue one. And this one here is your listing trend line, okay, your active listings at the end of the month. And what's interesting is the closer these get together, the more your prices are going to go up, even though sales could go down, because this is what matters. The amount of sales you have opposed to the inventory, because you divide this number into that, and that actually gives you your months of inventory. So the whole idea is that if you create this and you show people this number right here, then what you can see is which way is everything trending in terms of months of inventory. You also got your sales on it, you also got your active listings, which is great, but it's a cool visual to help the consumer understand that just because sales go down doesn't always mean that prices are going to down. Because I hear that a lot, that's what they think. Now this is interesting, this is September for the last 3 years. You can see here, 2019, we did 2,333 sales. Now look at this, went up to 3,643 last year, and that was 56%, and 3,149 this year, which is down 13.6%. Now, what number do you think the press is going to pick up? Oh boy, the market's really bad. It's down 13.6%. You see where I'm going with this? So what does the consumer automatically think? But that is not the case. Because if you look at the numbers, we did 2,333 in 2019, and we're still up way over where we were 2019. You're sort of getting the gist of what I'm talking about now. And this one here this is the first 9 months of the last 3 years. So you see we did about 18,000 sales, 2019, went to 21,000 sales, 2020, and 34,000, which is up 63% over last year. And what is the press going to talk about? Oh, September sales were down. You see where I'm going with all this, right? This is the type of stuff you got to start to communicate to buyers and sellers so they can make the right decision. Here from 2015, which is 7 years, you can see our average price, or I should say our benchmark price, was $700,000. Right now we're sitting at almost 1.2. 700,000 to 1.2 in 7 years. Yes, we were a little off. We went up, you can see, up in 17, up in 18. Then it dropped a little bit right in here, and now we're back at almost 1.2. Now, here's the question you're all getting right now. Well, is it a good time to buy? All buyers are saying that. Well, I don't know. Market's been going crazy. Prices are going up. When are they going to go down? Maybe that's a good time to buy. When you buy real estate? The minute you're ready to buy it. Because let's look at this as an example. Let's say somebody bought in 2018, bought right here. Now, most people are going to stay in a house for a while, aren't they? Well, yes, took a little bit of a hit, no big deal, it's just all paper, right? And then what happened here? We're back up over where it would have been in 2018. So when's the best time to buy? When you're ready to buy. Because the challenge is this, the only time we know the market is going down is after it's gone down. And the only time we know the market's going up is after it's gone up. So if they're asking you that question, say the best time to buy real estate always, and show them this graph, is when you're ready to buy it. Get into the market as soon as you possibly can. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. And remember, everybody, it's a beautiful life. Make it count.